YouTube. I've been gone, but I'm alive. I'm not a child anymore either. I'm an adult doing adult crap. I'm still alive though. I'm not dead. I'm alive. But yeah. I can't believe I'm actually coming back. So shit's happened. I went to college and then I didn't, because I'm apparently basically just a burnt out but gifted kid. So why are you doing that? Please stop. And yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Stop. No. I have misophonia, by the way, so I can't have the cats licking around me in my vicinity, which they're mostly pretty well behaved about that. But he's being a little shit. Also, yeah, I that's basically that's the only thing I got out of college. Oh, and that little shit. Binks! Come here! Binks! Come here! Hold on. Hold on, let me get him. He's pouting. I don't know why. He's sensitive. I've based their birthdays, because I don't know their actual birthdays, based off of like what zodiacs they portray most to me. Binks is definitely a Cancer. So I think like June 22nd. I also kind of based them off of my birthday, which is June 2nd, but yeah. June 22nd, and he is a Gemini, just like his mama, but he's definitely more of a Gemini than I am. I thought I was like sort of high energy, but no, he's so fucking, I thought I was ADHD. No, he's way worse. He's worse. I didn't even know cats could have it, but yeah, he gets bored all the time and causes chaos. Just like me. I saw him and I knew he was mine. I knew he was my son. I saw him and he was just causing mayhem, and I was like, yeah, you're mine. Fine, I'll bring you home, I guess. And let me get Binks. Let me get him. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the other little shit that I got. He likes to roll up into a ball, and he's very sensitive. He's very sensitive, and yeah, another reason why, because he is the first one I decided to get, because he just chased me everywhere. He's like, no, you have to bring me home. You know, I need a therapy human. I was like originally going to get a cat to get like a therapy cat, but no, I'm his therapy human. He's not my therapy cat. I'm his therapy human. So, yeah. And I got him a pink bell, because pink is his color. I know. People are going to be like, oh my god, you give a boy pink? How could you? Oh my god. It's his color. Okay? Plus, he is fruity. He is. Because the reason why I got, like, another reason why I got that little shit right there is because these two are bonded. And unfortunately, I found I had to see some evidence that they were a little bit more bonded than I thought. You little stinkers. I did not want to see that. But anyways, yeah, they fruity. But even then, pink, it's just his color, okay? It's his color. He is a pink boy. He is a pink boy. Speaking of gay, I came out as, like, bisexual, I guess. I don't know. I had the bisexual flag. I went to a pride parade, and, they didn't really have my specific sexuality, which it's close enough. Bisexual is close enough, because technically, I call myself omnisexual, because it's, more of an umbrella term for, like, everything, because I can't commit to one, because I don't know what the fuck. I'm going through an identity crisis 24/7, so I'm not sure. I'm just, you know, love whoever the heck I want, and so I just decided I'm just gonna just call myself omnisexual, because I can't be bothered. But yeah, I just kind of was like bisexual because everybody knows what that is. Nobody really talks about omnisexuals, so we're basically like the forgotten child of the LGBTQ community. So yeah, and that it boiled over well in my immediate family, like my mom and my dad. But I mean, if you know me IRL, you probably know that my extended family on my dad's side is a little bit crazy. So, yeah, they didn't take that well, and low-key have like they for a while, I don't know if they still do, but I was hearing that they were actually meeting up with each other to talk about how horrible I am and how horrible people like me are. But a funny thing about that is that me coming out and them hating on me for it caused other people to come out in my family that, you know, they didn't previously know about. A little bit of LGBT anarchy. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I might have opened a can of worms. So, yay. Your family tree turns out it's actually LGBT, so have fun knowing that. But yeah, that happened. But yeah, got these two little shitheads from college, and that's the only thing I got out of college. Nothing. No, I didn't even get any friends. I just kind of was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get friends, I'm gonna be cool, I'm gonna be popular. I didn't really think I was gonna be popular. I had realistic expectations, okay? I knew I wasn't gonna go out and actually talk to people. I have social anxiety, bro. I knew I was gonna panic and I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the room and not talk to anybody, which is essentially what I did. And, yeah, I was trying to originally get as many roommates as possible just so that I could sort of force myself to talk to people, because I knew once I was in that environment, I was going to want to immediately hide away from everyone. So I was like, past me to my future self, which technically right now is like further past me to my slightly less past me, is like, I'm gonna make sure you ain't gonna do that, because you need a social life, you need friends, you need connections. You can't just spend your entire life locked up in your room by yourself. So I tried, and apparently a lot of other people had the same idea, or maybe they were just extroverts. I don't know, probably extroverts. Apparently there's a lot more extroverts in the big scary world than there are in the safe little internet, which it's not really that safe, but I feel safer on the internet. I don't know, but yeah, I ended up just only being able to get a 2-bedroom apartment. And I kind of was like, had this thing where I kind of got to like choose which room I had, and they had like little like sort of like biographies, just like to describe yourself, which for me is like, how do I describe, like, I'm going through the identity crisis sort of. I was like, bro, I just started taking antidepressants, and I just found out that everything that I thought was me was just my depression. How can you expect me to be able to accurately describe myself in a couple sentences? Like, come on, let's be realistic here. But anyways, yeah, I kind of just wrote something along the lines of me liking PC games. I don't know. Oh, I think I was low-key hoping I could make a gamer friend because I really wanted somebody to play video games with, but they weren't into the same games as me. I couldn't find anybody. I couldn't find anybody who was into the stuff, like into the specific video games. I just wanted somebody to play World of Warcraft or Minecraft with. That's all I cared about. But, yeah, no. So I was just like, okay. And so I go and I look and I'm like, nobody's into the games I'm in, so what else? I see one roommate who has a cat. They had a cat. I mean, come on. If I for some whatever reason end up not being able to get along with them, at least I have their cat. I can just get along with their cat. I hate that was actually what happened. But yeah, basically we got along great beginning of the year, but then they just decided they didn't like me for whatever reason. And I'm still confused. That I was just like, yo, did I make you mad? Because they kind of started like taking down decorations that I had up for a while in the apartment, and like kind of just like leaving notes behind that were kind of what's the word for like coming off nice but obviously angry, like, I don't know, the sarcastic smiley faces that they leave. It was like that. She left a sarcastic smiley face at the end of the note. I probably have a picture of it somewhere. I was like, Mom, help. What does this mean? Is she mad at me, Mom? And I think my mom was kind of like, she kind of knew she was mad, but she just was like, because, you know, she knew I probably wouldn't be able to handle the idea of someone hating me. So she's like, oh, she's probably not mad at you. But then after I left college and stuff, and I was like, she blocked me, and I was like, so she was mad, wasn't she? And she's like, yeah. And it sucks because like after all that, I was like trying to figure out what the heck. I was like asking her, like, yo, did I do something? Did I do something? Did I do something to make you mad? Like, can you tell me so maybe I can just stop doing that thing? And she's like, oh no, nothing's wrong. You're imagining it. I'm just busy. You know, locking myself up in my room and ignoring you. Going out of my way to ignore you. And not having anything to do with you. But having everything to do with everybody else. And inviting people to the apartment without telling you. Even though you've said that you have, like, really bad social anxiety. And you... But yeah, that happened, and tried to make friends. Like, I even, like, walked outside a few times. I know, that actually sounds gross. I walked outside a lot of times. I didn't walk outside. I walked outside almost every day. And I went to see the cats every day. I socialized with cats. And then sometimes people would stop by and talk to the cats. And also, and I would get mad because they were stealing all the cats' attention from me. I have issues. I did manage to meet one person from hanging out with the cats. It was this person that kind of like went out there with me. Like he went out there, and I would like be sitting on like the concrete on the side of the road with the cats and stuff, and like sometimes we would talk. Sometimes. I feel like he could definitely tell though I was like super uncomfortable though, because I'm like, I don't know, I just know I give off that energy. I just give off, I'm internally screaming all the time energy. And I know people can sense that, because they're just like, don't know what to do, just gonna stand here, just, yeah. So yeah, it's great. Still, yeah, I haven't really been able to, I'm really bad at keeping friends. I can sometimes make friends, sometimes, with lots of pressure and people having to motivate me, and basically me having to just basically be forced into situations. I sometimes make friends, but I'm not really good at keeping them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still talk to people on the internet. I still have people, like, on social media that I talk to sometimes. IRL, nah. I just live in my room and not really go outside. Like, no, sometimes I'll go outside. I have a little garden, like, sort of, it's not a garden, I wouldn't call it a garden, but I have plants, because I need to get grounded, even no matter what I do, and how many meds I take, and I could literally just bury myself in the earth and still just think that everything's not real. I'll still just be like, am I real? Is this real? Is this grass real? I'm immune. People tell me to touch grass. I'm like, bro, I grow grass, and I'm just immune to it. Okay, like I'm immune. I literally cannot be grounded. I am the least grounded person in the history of, like, I don't fucking know. I'm fucking not here. I'm not here. Not really. I might physically here, but mentally I'm just somewhere else all the time. So, yeah. I don't know why I ate this. Why did I eat? I don't know. But yeah, I got a job. I'm doing job shit. I'm doing adult shit. Because I was like, yeah, college isn't for me. I, like, decided just to kind of drop out, because I just like, first off, I was burnt out. Like, I've been going for so long. Like, I've just been overworked, and I'm just burnt out gifted kid, basically, is just what happened. Burnt out gifted kid. And I'm like, I didn't even have a math class, bro. I didn't have math. That's the only thing I'm good at. They didn't give me math. I know. People are like, what? You're good at math? Like, bro, like, what? You're crazy. I am. You're not wrong. But, I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. Numbers are the only thing that are consistent, and they don't change. As long as you have a formula, as long as you have all the formulas and the variables, you can always solve for X. But socializing... How am I supposed to figure this out? Like, what's happening here? I don't know. But yeah, English, no. Couldn't. Figurative language, no. I mean, I can write. I'm great at writing. But when it comes to figuring out which is verb or noun, I can't do that. And history, don't even get me started on that. All of my history teachers were evil, except for one. There was one history teacher that I actually liked, and I did well in their class because they actually... And incidentally enough, they were the only person who actually had a PhD in history. Everybody else was just like some like sports coach that decided to pick up history just so they could continue being at the school. for some reason, they always liked to talk a lot, like unnecessarily a lot, and I just zoned out a lot. It was just a lot of US propaganda and, littered throughout horrible things that the US did. So I was like, yeah, I've heard this stuff like over and over. Like, it was kind of interesting the first time because I was like homeschooled at first, and like I read it out of a textbook. And I was like, okay, I can handle this. But, like, they're just talking about the same stuff over and over again, but just more detail and more US propaganda all throughout of it. So, yeah. That was fun. But yeah, the only one that I actually liked was, like, the world history teacher, and he actually made it interesting. He didn't just talk about what was in the books. He actually talked about, like, stories and crap that came from that time. And, like, world history is just so much better because you get to learn about all the different, like, religious beliefs and how everybody, like, believed the world, like, the different people who, like, believed in all the different ways that the world formed and how humans came about. And I'm just like, I find that interesting. But and, like, philosophy and Taoism and shit, like, that's interesting, learning about the world. But no, like, every single other history class that they make you take throughout your entire schooling years is just American history. Sometimes they'll be labeled slightly differently, American politics, government, stuff like that. It's just America. Sometimes they'll talk about different governments from different countries, and they like to make other countries out to be, like, way worse than America, which is funny because, like, I'm just looking at other countries and, like, I'm just like, anyways, I could go on about that, but we're not going to talk about that. Fuck. I almost knocked something over. But yeah, I just basically was great at school. Sophomore year was my year, which of course was the year that I had that history teacher, and I was just great at everything. And I think that's when, like, everything really clicked for me on, like, how to, like, socialize. Like, that, like, every year before that, I was just, like, confused. I didn't know what was going on. I think I was just dissociating the entire time throughout my entire childhood, because it's like, I remember some things, but most of it's a blur. But, when I was 15, it's just, like, kind of sort of clicked how to talk to people. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I felt like I had it down to a science. Like, I was like, at the time, I was like, yeah, I figured out how to apply math to socializing. And I was like, if they say this, then XYZ, I don't know, I had it down to a science. I forgot all of it, but hey, I'm still doing good. I'm doing okay. Maybe I subconsciously know it now, after years of having it, like, drilled into my brain that if I didn't function a certain way, I would be severely punished for it. So yeah, not bad, not terrible, not terrible, not terrible. Not having to read off of a script right now because I'm actually able to talk and I'm not incredibly stressed right now. I am still suffering from anxiety, don't get me wrong, but I'm not as freaked out, I guess. I'm doing a little bit better. I'm doing a little bit better. Like, I'm able to talk to people now. I can go out of the house and not freak out. I'm able to leave the house if I wanted to. Because when I was a kid, I hated it. I kind of had, like, some sort of, like, breakdown almost every time. No, don't even get me started whenever we had to visit family for Christmas. That was god awful. I had a mental breakdown every time. I cried my eyes out every time. So, I hated going to see family even as a kid. Even before I was, like, this family's not healthy. I was like crying at the thought of just having to go to family visits because of how chaotic everything was, and everybody talking to me, and everyone being like, oh my god, why is she not looking me in the eye? Is this disrespect? Like, oh my god, hug everybody, bro. Why aren't you hugging me? Why aren't you spending time with me? You know, that kind of stuff, where they're like expecting you to act like a neurotypical even though you've made it pretty clear, and everybody else like freaking realized it before me, actually, that I wasn't like neurotypical, but yet they still expected me to act like a neurotypical, expecting me to hug people and talk to people and not just lock myself in a room every once in a while so that I wouldn't get overstimulated. They just expected me to be able to stay outside the entire time without getting overstimulated. Anyways, yes, family slander. Have loads of it. But, yeah. I don't know, fucking, yeah. It's like, yeah. But anyways, that's great. My brain is blanking out. I usually like to talk while I'm doing other things, because then if like I have other things going on, there's like not as much pressure to just be constantly saying stuff. While like, you know, I can have silent moments and people aren't going to be like, what kind of video is this? Oh, she's a bad YouTuber. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am a bad YouTuber. I know it. I know I'm a bad YouTuber. I mean, all the videos before this, it was very obvious I was like reading a script. I really don't think anybody didn't notice. I mean, and if they didn't notice, well, they definitely will now. But fucking just sitting up here and going like, you can tell while I'm talking, and like I'm talking about emotional shit. I was like, I scripted it because I had a lot to say, but I also, because I was dealing with lots of anxiety, I blanked out a lot and I was unable to keep track of what I was talking about and everything that I wanted to say. I just wanted to make sure I got everything out that I wanted to get out. And unfortunately, it made it seem that it was very inauthentic, and like I just didn't. It was like a robot reading, honestly. I don't really know if I'm gonna redo those videos though. I don't know. Maybe I'll decide to redo them. I don't know. I don't really see the point though. I don't see the point. I don't feel like talking about that anymore. It's not relevant. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. It still sometimes affects my life. Dating narcissists, yeah, fucking, it fucks you up. It has fucked me up mentally. You know, imposter syndrome. Yeah, been gaslit to insanity, so I don't even know who I am anymore. But yeah. But I don't really think the point. I feel like I would have been better off if I just wrote a post instead of just making a video. But I really wanted to do YouTube videos so bad at that time. I just didn't have the social skills yet. My brain wasn't there yet, honestly, because it blanks out so much, so frequently. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it so bad, but I just didn't want to leave anything out. Like I felt like I had to convince people, I think I had to convince people, because the narcissist, like typical narcissist behavior, likes to make the victim out to be the bad guy and them to be the victim, because that's what they like to do. They're like, oh my god, they're so mean to me. But then really it's actually like we're just reacting to them being mean to us. You know, it's like Amber. He's like Amber Heard, Amber Turd. Pretty much, like, except it was long distance, so didn't have to worry about anything physical. I'm kind of glad, because I'm kind of like, I look back and I'm like, the dude has, like, he had anger issues. He straight up told me that he is like a sociopath, like he had sociopathic tendencies, because he thinks he does, or at least he said he thinks he does, because he apparently just blanks out and loses complete control of himself when he's angry, which he gets angry a lot. So yeah, I'm really glad that was long distance. So that way, whenever he wants to hit me, he just hits the phone instead, and not me. I don't know where he is today. I don't really care. I hope that if he's dating a woman or a man, but he told me he's straight, but I don't know. I thought I was straight at that time too, so I don't know. But like, whoever's he's dating, I hope they're okay. I hope they're okay. Like, anyways, not much I can do about that. I'm not gonna lurk. I don't care. I have better things to do with my life than just to fucking obsess over exes. Like, I've got shit to do. I've got life and shit. And I'm enjoying it for once. I'm not hating myself for once. I actually have confidence now. Yeah, I'm still self-deprecating. I still will make fun of myself, but I actually like myself. And fuck anybody who actually makes fun of me for having confidence, because apparently society's all like, huh, oh, you like yourself? Oh my god, you're such a narcissist. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm allowed to, like, people can like ourselves. Let's not promote self-hate here, okay? We've already got enough of that in this world, just without you. Like, come on. We're all depressed here. We're all depressed, and we're all socially anxious, and just anxious in general, okay? We all feel miserable, okay? Let's not make it worse. Let's not shame other people for not being as miserable as you are, okay? Let's not do that, okay? Let people live. Let people have a good time, okay? Okay? But yeah, I have no fucking qualms for calling people out. I have gotten to a point in my life where I do not give a fuck. I used to care too much. There are times where I give way too many fucks, but I am giving way less of a fuck, and I just, like, you know, go cry about it. You don't like the way I dress. I do live in the middle of, like, a conservative state, so I deal with a lot of people who stare at me and give me funny looks. Oddly enough, I actually feel better when they give me dirty looks. It's like when I was a kid, I would have been like, oh, they hate me. But now I'm just like, oh, you hate me? Thank you. But yeah, I now get confidence from people hating me. Interestingly enough, if I see an old conservative white person giving me a dirty look, I know I'm doing something right. I take it as a compliment. I'm going in the right direction. If they're pissed at me, I'm doing something right. If they like me, though, something's wrong. No, it's not good. It's not good if they no. But yeah, I just take it as a compliment now. So, yeah. I've just been more fucking comfortable and just being surrounded by people who hate me. And now I actually, for some reason, enjoy watching them hate me. I deal with so much fucking hate, bro. It's crazy. Like, I don't even, like, it's almost as if, like, I've been canceled, but I'm not. I just have toxic people all over me. Like, I just live, but you know what? It's fine. I don't care. They can cry about it. They can go and be sad. Like, oh no, she's gay. Ah! What's she gonna do? Okay, what are you gonna do about it? You think praying is gonna work? It's not very motivating. It's not that motivating. It doesn't... The gay demon and Jesus are actually buddies, dude. You know what Jesus don't like, though? Pedophiles. If you know, you know. But yeah, unfortunately, I know way too much shit about Christianity than I would like to know. I have to sit over here because my back is hurting. My back has been hurting a bit for like the past freaking... basically since I started my job. Because I have to like... It's not as hurting as bad today. And honestly, I should take some pain meds, shouldn't I? Because like more pain meds. I don't know. I already took pain meds today, bro. But yeah, I had to take... I ended up, instead, like, I was, like, having to just basically lift a lot of things. I'm not going to really say what my job is. I'm not going to say what I do. Because yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to say where I work or what my work entails. I'd rather really just keep that under wraps. Maybe until I get a different job or I move or something, but yeah. Lots of lifting, lots of things that require standing for really long periods of time. But I have gotten switched to a more suitable role in the corporation. So where I am... Okay, I'm sorry, the camera just said that it was like the maximum size was reached. I have been talking for like 40 minutes straight, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, I have got switched to a different position, and it's way better on my back. And just better in general. Hours are better, pay is better, so yay. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to talk about before I went on a rant about my current job. This is why I have scripts, because I forget everything. I'm not as often, you know, but yeah. I don't know. Am I talking too much? Well, no, this is a YouTube video. If you clicked on a YouTube video, probably titled something like just talking about life or something, like, I don't know. This is what you signed up for. So, I'm definitely talking too much for myself, though. Like, my brain can't keep up. My brain can't keep up with my mouth. My mouth can't keep up with my brain, but my brain can't keep up with my mouth. Yeah, none of my body parts can keep up with each other. My entire body is just crumbling away into chaos. Because it's like, it doesn't know how to handle... Why does that look red? But yeah, it's crumbling away into chaos. Sorry, this looks red. I think it's just my hair dye, but like from this angle it looks red. Oh, I just figured out why. It's because my drink in front of it's red. I'm not big brain, whatever. But yeah, I kind of would like to maybe in the future do video games, though. I think stream video games. I'm by no means have the setup to do that. I don't have a mic. I don't have a good camera. I mean, as you can see, like, there's a scratch. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like, you can almost see the reflection in certain areas where, like, I'll have my hand here, but then you can see the reflection of my hand going down like this as well. So it's very, if I stream, it's going to be very scuffed. And I mean, like, very, very scuffed. Like, I probably won't even be able to open up Minecraft. I don't think my computer can even handle having a stream, so honestly, I don't know if I should. I could try, and it could be a joke about how terrible it is, and just make it a meme, like, oh my god, Sierra's streaming again. Let's go roast her about how terrible her stream is, and I'll roast myself, and we'll just roast. Yo. But yeah, it's just terrible. My computer camera just is. I could stream from my computer, but I don't have earphones. I have wireless ones, and I'm really fucking regretting not getting wired earphones, because I just replaced my old wireless ones, and the new ones I got only, like, they have a 2-hour battery life. I need way longer than that, bro. I paid like a good, like, $30. I don't know if that's still considered a lot with inflation, but for me it's a lot because minimum wage hasn't changed at all. At least in Texas it hasn't. It's the same. It's just, yeah, it's lovely. So yeah, I'm just basically, I feel like when I'm laying like this, it has like the same energy as that one. You remember the weird video where he's like, just like the clay dude with his butt cheeks? And he's just like, hi there. Like, that's so fucking creepy. I kind of feel awkward now because I just realized that I look like that. But my back hurts. And I feel like laying any other way is just going to hurt more. You get to see how terrible my jawline. Actually, I think my jawline has been getting better. I've been trying to contour it and make it look not so god awful, but it's just not. It's not there. It's starting to get there. I don't know what I'm doing to bring it back. I think I'm just because I'm losing weight, because I got off my medication, one of my medications for which it causes weight gain. So I got off of it, and I actually lost probably a good 20 pounds, and I've been off of it for since the beginning of this year, I think. So 7 months, 20 pounds in 7 months. But yeah, starting to look normal again, starting to get to a better weight. Not gonna share with you guys, of course, how much I weigh. Not because I'm embarrassed, but it's just, why would you need that information? Why would you need that? Why would anyone need how much I weigh? That's weird. That's sus. That's very sus. But, anyways, yeah. That's why my jawline is coming back. I don't know why I'm holding a Q-tip. Why am I holding this weird? Okay, I'm just gonna put it over here. I forgot I was holding a Q-tip. I just started holding it and I just started waving it around. That, I'm sure, just was not disgusting at all. I'm sure it doesn't look gross. It doesn't look gross at all. I was holding the clean end, okay? But unfortunately that meant that you got to see the dirty end. Whatever. I've got Binksley, though. I've got Binksley. He doesn't care. He's cool. Unfortunately, I found out cats like earwax. And I hate that I know this information. So naturally, I have to share it with all of you. So, have fun with that little fact of, that cats like to eat earwax. Bye. Nice talking to you. I'm a good YouTuber. I know what I'm doing. I know how to YouTube. I totally know how to YouTube. I know what I'm doing.